It's Saturday, about 7 o'clock. We're getting close to it. I got a bunch of flies to test, so let's head down to the pond and see what the fish are doing. Got the buggy running good. First up, to be tested, first thing I gotta do is take my little box turtle and let him go out here. Dog dug him up. So we'll just put him over here and let him live his life without dogs chewing on him. I ran over a box turtle lawnmower last year. That hurt my heart, man, hurt my heart. I love turtles, especially box turtles. I've got a lot of stories about box turtles. The neighbors had a little red hound dog that would pick those things up every time we went down to the creek. One time we went hunting them, we had 40 of them in the backyard. And they all just propagated out in the neighborhood. Nobody knows what happened to them. Here's my flies. I got a bunch. Put them in a nice little container. See, I got all kinds of these things. I tied up every one of these today. Well, I started one of them last night. That one on the big hair bug. But I think I'm going to go ahead and change my leader. Put a new stretch of 10-pound test line on it. Maybe even double it up for this first test, because these are made to be weedless. And I'm sure hoping they are, because I want to work these weeds on top of them. I haven't been able to do it because of the wind's coming out of the north. What the heck? Well, that's the front coming. So the front's here. Oh, I bet that ruins the fishing. Maybe. Who knows? All right, we'll see. 6 little bugs, 2 big hair bugs. Zonkered, deceiver type hair bug, made to be weedless, made to run hook up, hopefully. We'll see what this one does. Even if they don't run hook up, as long as they scoot over top of the weeds, I'll get the action I want out of them. These bass that are up underneath these weeds, boy, they are waiting for something to come across them weeds, and they're gonna kill these things. Guess what? It works. I just had a bass grab it right out of that weeds. This is gonna be a game changer, and this thing is a big old fluffy fly. Big old giant sized head on it. That was a decent fish too. I'm telling you, this is gonna be the game changer. I've been wanting something that I can do. Oh, did you see that? That's a good fish too. Oh yeah. And when these fish come after it, that's something, because these fish are smart. See if he comes to it out in the middle of nowhere. Come on, do it again, fish. It's a big fish too. Now I just got to mind my manners and watch my technique real close. Something coming through that weed like that, they just cannot stand it. And it's working. It is working great. All right, we got something here. Of course, nothing works with the filamentous algae. Boom. That was a big fish. A 3-pound fish, probably. Well, this thing looks luscious coming through the water, man. I mean, it is swimming. It's like a giant size. Oh, there he is. There he is. I see a fish. Oh, there he goes. That didn't take long. Oh boy, folks, I got something here. I've been trying to develop something like this for years. I've gone partially many times, partially the way there many times. Oh, fish, come here. Come here, come here, come here, come here. That's only doubled up 6-pound test. Look at that. Oh man, fishy, fishy. Thanks for being the first volunteer, and thanks for coming back and hitting it 2 more times. Ooh, Lordy. We got something. Well, don't look like much of nothing when it's all messed up. 2.5 pound fish. Thanks for being the first volunteer, Bassy. These fish are in trouble now, man. You don't know how happy that makes me. To finally get a combination of materials together. It is nearly 100% weedless, but it still doesn't miss the fish. That is so important. You can see it better. A little light on it. It's deer hair, bucktail, zonker strip, some spinnerbait skirts just to give it a little more action. It's 2 colors of zonker. I got a black and a tan underneath. It looks great in the water. This thing is gonna work. Let's see who else might want to take a whack at it. That's about a 5-inch fly. Get it up. Get it up. Come on. Now in the other pond, they don't have that filamentous. At least not like they have it in this one. The neighbor's pond. Because the primrose, that's what this thing is made for. Go right over the primrose, cattails, lily pads. Throw it right in the middle of that stuff. And just start stripping it through. Make a little noise. They'll come and get it. Oh, it's so cool. And I'm just slapping that water with this fly too. I'm not making any kind of prettiness. No pretty casting. Drag it right through there. It comes out relatively clean and ready to go again. Boom. That filamentous algae ain't doing me no favors. That stuff's like angel hair. Nasty. Nasty, nasty. Alright, I saw something big move. Oh, there he is. Well, it isn't big. That's good though. That's good. That little old fish. Wow, he got that fly completely in his mouth. That's a little fish, but boy, he went after that fly. Now he's covered in grass seed. Look at that. Lord have mercy. A couple of fish in here. Boom, right in that stuff. Come on. Who's your home? Who's your home? Who's your home? Oh, I caught it this time. Yeah, let me see. How did we catch it? Did we catch it on the front of the fly? Yeah, I think we did. Caught it on the front of the fly, not the hook. Hell, I can't even see my fly. No, it got on the hook. No, yeah, sure did. It didn't do its job the way it's supposed to. Of course, that crap is thick. Oh, there he is. There he is. Oh, a little better fish. Wow, this hookup is excellent. They are really chomping this thing. Yeah, that's the best I've done on bass in this pond in a long while. Nice, healthy fish. Look at there. Got him right in the top of the jaw. Perfect hookup. How about that? Beautiful fishy fishy. He got caught by the new creation. I don't think it really even matters if it's running hook up or not. That hook is well protected. That's the spot I was shooting for. Come on. There it is. Oh, missed him again. That rascal. Come on, try it one more time. Come on. I'll double dog dare you. Come on. Try it again. Vicious fish. I have not had anything work this well in this pond in years. I've tried small, big, flash, no flash, but I haven't gone in this direction this far. Big old hairbug fly. Right now with a filamentous head. That hook's picking up a little bit of this stuff, but not much. It is working like a champ. There he is. Is that number 4 already? I believe that is number 4. Another nice little healthy fish. Little buck bass. Pond's full of them, just that size. It's not the easiest fly to work, but it seems to be the one that works the best. So it's definitely worth the effort. This thing's working like a miracle. That looks like a big old pollywog or a water dog or something. Salamander type. And I'll bet I do not have to weight these things. So the next one I have, I got 2 of these things with me. The next one I have is less deer hair and more rabbit strip. I palmered the rabbit strip on top of that shaft. I'm using some deer hair, bucktail, gray bucktail to make it weedless. We'll see how it operates. It's going to have a very different head. Yeah, I think I need to do one of these in this similar manner, but no extra weight. This thing has some lead in it. There's got to be something hanging out around these cattails. Just had a little bass come up and take a look at it. Came out of a hole right in there somewhere. Oh, he turned away from it. Here's a little one. I ain't worried about him. If you don't want to play, that's fine. Wonder if that barometer's dropping or rising real fast. I think it's a low pressure system, so it's probably dropping. That'll certainly turn them off. Oh, there he is. Oh, missed him. Didn't hang on to him. See if he'll take it twice. Come on, fish. Oh, son of a gun. I had a big one on. I had a big one. Dang it. I didn't get the hook set. He dove in the weeds and left me. He left me here all alone. It's weedless only to a point. You can't tell there's a fly in there. Oh, there he is. I didn't even feel that fish pick it up. I didn't see it or nothing. I turned the camera on because I thought it was a good spot. And guess what? It was. Another nice little buck bass. Probably sitting on a bed or looking to get dinner. There he is, buddy. Good going. So I'll be getting some blow-ups in here somewhere. Let's see, this fly is holding together pretty well. It looks like a mess, but it's sure working. I'll turn that camera off, I'll get a bite. That was probably a smaller bass, but he was sure coming after it. Right down the middle of this stuff. There we go. There he is. That's what I need. That's what I built this fly for. So I can go right over top of that stuff and get these bass that are hanging out in it. And I do expect that one of these bass is going to be a big one. Because they all do it. Goodbye. Thanks for coming. Man, this thing's working like a champ. I didn't bring my little dog or my big dogs because they tend to ruin my fishing. Every time I turn that camera off, a fish lays into it. Oh, there he is, there he is, there he is. Oh, good fish, I think. I got a hook set on him. I don't know how good. Oh yeah, that's a nice fish. That's a nice one. Keep that head up, keep him mellow. Oh yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that one. About the same size as that first one I caught. Look at that fishy, big old fat mouth. Fat bass. Yeah, baby. That old fly, dude. Fatty. Goodbye. Thanks for coming. That one's been eating pellets. There he is. There he is. Uh-oh. Oh, he may not be there anymore. He may not be on there anymore. He dove with it. Oh, loose that. He left me. He left me. He was on there for a second. Then he left it in the weeds. Knotted it up. to keep them up out of the weeds. Okay, starts with a number 1. This is O'Shaughnessy. These are good, strong, heavy water hooks. I'm going to do the simplest version of this fly that there is, because I think the only thing that matters is that it's weedless and you can run it on top of the weeds, because as soon as a bass sees something running on top of the weeds, they lose their mind and they're going to try to eat it. I'm going to put a little bit of weight on the back of this fly, and since I got copper wire handy, that's what I'm using. I'll do this just about like you do the thread. It doesn't have to be neat, it just has to be there. It doesn't need much weight, but this just helps counterbalance the fly so that the tail end of the hook will dive a little bit and help keep the fly oriented, hook up. Alright, that should be good enough. We'll just, we can probably break that. No, we can't. Okay, well. Just like that. I'm going to use this nice bright chartreuse thread, which I'm starting to run out. Thread it up, and all you really want to do is get this stuff secured. The proportions on this fly are typically what matters most. Alright. We're going to do the bulk of this fly right at the point of the hook. I got a little strip of Zonkered rabbit strip. This one has white tips, so it's going on the bottom. And this thing is designed to run hook up, so we're going to place that very carefully right here and secure it down. I need a lot of room at the front of the hook, just like this. That'll also hold that weight where I want it, but that becomes the bottom of the fly. And then we take a recently chewed on by my little dog or by my cat solid black strip, and we're going to run it through the hook with about that much. There we go. Take it off the vise, slip it back around so that it's on here like this. This becomes the top of the hook, the top of the fly. This one's going to run in this direction, that one's going to run on the bottom, so it has a nice little white bottom. White bottom. We're going to wrap that back so that right at the hook point and secure it in. And I'm going to cut that excess off because I need to spin some deer hair on this thing. Cut that off nice and short. And now we're going to wrap it all the way down. Now, there's a lot of things you could do to this fly at this point, but for demonstration purposes, we are going to, eventually I'll glue these two together so that they stay oriented the way I want them. I'll cut this to length, which needs to be about just a little longer. little angle. Oop, there we go. That was good. Now, if I wanted to add some color to this fly, before I do the deer hair, I'm going to take a couple of purple marabou feathers. I'm putting a lot of pressure on this hook. It needs to be a strong hook because you're going to be dragging this thing through the weeds where the bass are underneath. I'll swoop that back. Alright, now we're going to tie in some deer hair. We're going to start. Give it a haircut right now. Got these special little scissors. They have a serrated edge, so it really grabs that hair well. But I'm going to pinch it all together, and I'm going to cut it just a little longer than the hook point. There we go. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I need to give this thing some mass up front. I'm gonna do the simplest thing possible. I'm gonna tie in another rabbit strip. Pulling it back. Right to the front, pull it all back, squish it back the best you can. Come on, roll for me. There you go. Alright, now I'm just going to put a thread head on it and get a good grip on this stuff. Come on. There you go. Stack up, come on. Oh man, it's rolling forward. Come on, come on. There we go. And I'm putting a lot of pressure on this thread. That's why you need to use the strongest thread you got. This is 210. There we go. Now, put a couple of loops and then done a nice little whip. 1, 2. If I knew how to use a whip finish tool, I'd use it. You can add and subtract components as you see fit. This is the basic fly. And then, oh, that's excess. I scared myself there for a second. I gotta cut this real close. There we go. That's on the bottom. Nobody will see it. When this thing comes through the water, my goodness, they swim. They just absolutely swim through the water. And like I said, the colors is secondary. What gets the fish is the fact that it's coming on top of the weeds. They can't tell what it is. All they know is something that they probably can eat is coming across the top of those weeds. Now all I got to do is glue these things back to back here in some sort of fashion. Probably just at the end. so that the light side is on the bottom and the dark side is on the top. And the top of the fly, it runs hook up. I got a little bit of purple in there. There's a little bit of light color, but this stuff, when it mats down, it'll cover most of that deer hair. That should be a good fly. I know it takes a little bit of effort to tie them, but they're well worth it. Man, it's fun. Bass on top water is just the funnest thing you can do, especially when they blow up on it. All right, go make you one. Alive. I had a hard time telling me that ain't alive. And it just swims. That's a white bass. Nice fish. A nice white bass. Easy fishing. Easy money. The Brazos below Whitney's my favorite river, and that back there is becoming my favorite creek. What a place. What a day! Let's get back to the house.